Welcome back to Spinning the Past. I've been asked today to demonstrate how to use a Niddy Noddy. This is a Niddy Noddy. This is a way to measure yarn and make hanks out of thread. This is the way you probably see it, like this. This is a yard one. How do I know? Because this is about, if I didn't put that, this is 9 inches. So 9 inches. And then there's 4 sides to it. So it's 9, 9, 9, 9. 9 times 4 is 36. But this is the way I'm going to use that. You need to measure, by the way. If you get a Niddy Noddy, be sure you know what it is. There's some at 54 inches. There are historical reasons for that. That I go in, I think, on one of my previous videos about the 54 length. But I just want you to know there is a historical reason. But I started to buy ones that are in yard lengths. Let me see if I get better lighting. Okay, let's see if that works. All right, so this is my Niddy Noddy. So let's say I'm going to use roving because it'll show up. It's larger. It'll show up on camera as opposed to a thread. I would use this for a thread or a yarn. So that's what it's to measure. And it's to manage. So if I'm just given like that of yarn, and you know you have those in your stash, right? Well, if you have a Niddy Noddy, you can organize that and you can measure it and say how many yards you have of that yarn. It's a very simple device. I said it comes in different. This is a wood one. See, these have knobs on it, except this one. This is where you get it on and off. Okay. If they all had knobs on it, then you wouldn't be able to get your yarn off because it's pretty tight as you go on. You can make this out of PCV pipe as well. It won't have the nice bevel, that's the only thing, but it will handle like wet yarns and stuff. But would not put a wet yarn on a wooden Niddy Noddy. So Niddy Noddy, and there used to be nursery rhymes, so the girls would know how to count them. Okay, so you can put a slip knot if you want to start. I just start right here, okay? So here I am. I'm going into the back and around that back one. I'm turning it. I'm going up, turn, I go back and up. So in a way, I've made a loop. If I took all of this off, I made a loop. This is 1 yard. And that's why it's useful, because then you can measure the yards. But let's do this one, okay? So let's see. I'm gonna go this like this, and if I had a loop on there, then I would hold it from the center, and then it's easier on your wrists. But that's a little bit more advanced. So let's say it just ends there. So you would tie off. You would tie off if you're going to take this off. If you're just using it as counting, you don't need to tie it off. But you do need to tie it off because there's nothing to hold this, and the loops could get tied up. So you could put a little thread tie, thread tie, thread tie, thread tie, and there is what I prefer is a figure 8 tie. That's a different video, but we're just learning how to. A Niddy Noddy is good for measuring thread yarn. Okay, so I go there. I take it off. Let's say I've put my ties on, right? Okay, so here's my loops. Now watch, I can put it back on if I'm careful. I can put it back on. See, should be able to do verse. So how do I know how many yards? See, that's like, is that 1 yard? And that's like 3, 6, 9, 12. No. You only count one of these jogs. So you're going to count the individual strands. 1, 2, 3. That means 1 yard, 2 yards, 3 yards. That's it. And when I take it off, what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, exactly 3 yards of this roving. Remember, this is really big because I'm using roving, but you would be using your yarns, and you'll have a much bigger count than just 3 yards, hopefully. But this is just a little video how to show this very handy tool. It's it for knitters as well. Like I said, be sure you get one that measures yards. They come in 1 yard, they come in 2 yards, that there's a 54-inch. Again, that's a historical thing, more related to weaving, but be sure you know the length you're getting. And I wish you good luck on measuring out all those little bits of yardage that you don't know what there is. You don't need to spend a lot of money on some sort of like digital meter or anything like that. You can just get this old-fashioned spinning tool, and that's called a Niddy Noddy. Catch you next time on Spinning the Past.